The soldiers were practicing using explosives to destroy tanks, but the instructor noticed that one new recruit was standing still. The recruit explained that this kind of training was useless. He said that on a real battlefield, tanks would not stop and wait for them to place explosives. The instructor told him that the battlefield changed very quickly. He said that regular training was still very useful. Only by using skills flexibly in battle could they be most effective. The next day, the instructor listened to the recruit's suggestion. He made the tanks move slowly. The soldiers could still place explosives on the tanks easily, but when the tanks started moving fast, the soldiers could not place explosives accurately. This made the newly appointed platoon leader nervous. He wanted the soldiers to pass the test. Then he thought of an idea. He invited the tank drivers responsible for the test to the mess hall. He prepared a table full of delicious food for them. He hoped the drivers would make the tanks go slower during the test. Tempted by the food, the drivers agreed immediately. They promised to help the soldiers pass the test. The platoon leader smiled with satisfaction. But then one recruit stood up. He accused the drivers of cheating during training. He said that soldiers would be at higher risk in real battles. He warned the drivers not to slow down during the test. Then he overturned the bowls and left. Outside, the recruit thought about how to pass the test. The platoon leader was angry at the recruit for causing trouble. He wanted to explain to the two drivers, but the drivers thought the recruit made a good point. They promised not to slow down during the test. The platoon leader knew the soldiers would not pass. Soon, the test officially began. The two tank drivers accelerated and drove the tanks at high speed. It became extremely difficult for the soldiers to place explosives. The platoon leader grew very nervous as the time ran out. The recruit suddenly picked up an explosive and ran after a tank. He did not hesitate to put his body in front of it. His teammates immediately followed him. Their fearless action scared the tank drivers, and they stopped. Other soldiers rushed forward and placed explosives on the tanks. The two tank drivers thought this was too dangerous. They argued with the soldiers. The tester arrived and stopped the argument. He announced that the soldiers had passed the test. The tester wanted all recruits to understand that destroying a tank on the battlefield was not easy. They needed to have a fearless spirit to complete such a dangerous mission. Do you think the recruits' actions were right?